So still 14 yards to go, second down. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts, throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Now we will pause for the injury. That's the wide receiver Tyreek Hill. Hill a little slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that's on Austin Jackson, 1st-round pick in 2020. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And Graham's got it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, Jacobs shoves him aside. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
First and goal from just inside the 5. They run it with Jacobs. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Mounties have taken the early lead. A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line, like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 7-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Back to throw, Newton. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Newton. That'll be complete to Cook. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8. Newton now to throw. Jackson's got it over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Newton to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. This is Sermon. Oh, able to avoid him. Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 1, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Touchdown! Allen Robinson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Express are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. Fights through, and now a crease. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Running it with Jacobs. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Graham. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They go play action with Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
He's got it. Touchdown. Jimmy Graham. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Mounties have moved out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Getting Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Newton on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now Newton on first down. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Newton on first down. He'll get this one to Galladay. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To the air again, Newton. This is caught by Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On first down, it's Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Newton now to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. To throw is Newton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jared Cook. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Express are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Hurts. Pryor has it complete. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Chase Edmonds, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, Jacobs. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Jacobs. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 2nd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. This is caught.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jacobs will take it in. Touchdown. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now Newton. And this is Cook with a grab.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the third quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really, that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with a recipe of the ground game. Second down, Jacobs once more. Wiggles free. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So that one will be accepted. Second down, Jacobs once more. Nifty move. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 118 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. The left side completion to Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Going on the ground with Jacobs. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll roll him out right. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Mounties are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Though CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead now up to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Back out comes San Antonio. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Cam wisely hitting the deck at the end as he slides and has the first as well. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Newton. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Throwing on second and long. Newton gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On second down now. It's Jones, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Working with a 2nd and 4. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 163 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Uses the spin. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Running is Jacobs. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs, and he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Mounties are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Back out comes San Antonio. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. To throw on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Hill to return it. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.